Hi there, I'm Karen McCarthy, and it's time to Karen-ize. It is Wednesday. Wednesday is when we talk about spiritual health. Excuse me if I keep doing this. I am having allergies for some reason right now, and my nose is just tickling. Anyway, wanted to talk today about something. I think it was on Facebook again that I saw someone saying, if God is such a good God, why does he allow bad stuff in our lives? So I'm going to address that a little bit. Now, some stuff is a little harder to understand than others, and some we may not even understand until we are in heaven, and by then we won't care. But I wanted to talk about two reasons that God allows things. He doesn't necessarily throw them into our lives, but he allows them because of the benefits that we can get from them. Now, sometimes the bad things are a result of consequences of our behaviors, and then it's a time to kind of grow. We can, I had something happen a couple of years ago that was absolutely devastating, and it had me questioning everything about myself. Now, some of it was on me and some of it was on the other person, but I actually went through this year-long and still continuing growth, personal growth, where I was pressing into God and asking him to, what was my accountability, or what was my part in any of this, and what do I need to do to change? And sometimes that's really painful. He did show me a lot of things about myself and my reaction to life, and that not necessarily had to do with that incident, but I'll tell you what, I pressed through even when it was hard, and man, I learned a lot. So sometimes it's for that reason. In Isaiah 48:10 and James 1, I think it's verses 2 and 3, it talks a lot about that the things that we have happen to our trials and tribulations, if we will allow it to happen, helps with our spiritual growth. I mean, we press into God, we start looking and questioning and searching, and we can really grow, not just personally, but spiritually. So that's one thing. The other one, and I really saw this with my dad, and that is the proof of our faith, or our testimony, what it shows to other people about how we as Christians respond to stress and trials and tribulations. And my dad had, we thought it was a stroke. Well, it was a stroke, but it turned out when they were dealing with that he actually had a brain tumor. And I don't remember if it was 2 or 3 years before he died, but the way he responded to that, and just his testimony in the community and to his family, had some really long-term, wonderful consequences. For me, it brought me back into a right relationship with God. I wasn't living for God back then. I was kind of just doing my own thing and only called on God when I was in trouble. Anybody relate to that? And by seeing the response of my mom and their church family and my dad through all of that, I realized that this emptiness in my life that I've been trying to fill with all this other stuff was really because I didn't have God there. And once I put God into that spot, the other stuff, I was like, what am I doing? I mean, I look back now and it's like, ay, what was I thinking? So that proof of our faith, that testimony that we have as to how we handle those things, can be so powerful to those around us. So I hope this helps a little bit. Like I say, not all trials and tribulations can we see clearly at the time, the benefits that can come out of it. But just know that if we allow God to work through those times, we can have some amazing things happen for us and for others. So have a great rest of your week, and God's blessings on you.